In the past decade, a new dimension in education is taking root in high schools, colleges, and universities around the world, including Harvard, the University of California at Berkeley, and Rotterdam University, just to name a few. A new subject called life crafting has been added to their curriculum that is fundamentally changing what is being taught in our schools and what education looks like in the 21st century. While each of these organizations has a different approach to life crafting and the skills that you learn in their program, they all point to a recognition of how important life skills and not just career skills are to the development of a well-rounded individual prepared to meet the challenges going into the world after college or university. For many people, life crafting will be a new subject category that they have never fully explored or have been exposed to before. But the truth is, even though it is an emerging modern discipline in today's college curriculums, it is actually based on a program of training and education that has been used in the cultures of the world for more than 1,000 years. Life crafting, as it is described today, generally speaking, is focused on an individual's point of view of where they see themselves in 10, 20, or 30 years from now. It includes learning how to set goals and have an agenda for one's life that includes career, family, and personal development. The idea of crafting means that it is a conscious, workmanlike approach to shaping your life in a planned way versus ad hoc success by accident rather than success by design. Crafting also invokes the idea that someone is skilled at what they are doing, that they have trained and learned how to work with a material and use tools in a specific manner to fashion a vision of something that they have in their mind that will be the end result of their work. Crafting is a skillful approach to the way that you are managing your life. Going back further in time to its roots, crafting has been a practice of humankind for thousands of years in every culture in the world. Each culture has craftspeople that work with their hands and craftspeople that work with their minds. Both create objects of beauty and objects of utility that not only benefit themselves, but also society at large. Each craft, no matter how simple it is, begins humbly by a single practitioner. Over time, the craft develops into a highly refined art and science, and eventually practiced by thousands of skilled practitioners around the world, each coming from different schools or approaches to the craft. So while life crafting has its roots in the skilled craft traditions found in every culture in the world, and the master workshops active in those cultures, life crafting is concerned with developing a high level of skill to bring to the entirety of one's life experience, not just one's career or one's family, but all of the elements that make up each of us as a complete human being. What you decide to learn and practice throughout your life is your life curriculum. Much of it was learned from your family heritage. Much will be added as a result of your personal heritage experience and choices. Life as a craft contains 5 categories or elements for organizing all the content you have already learned and will learn across your lifetime, including everything you have and will learn here on Udemy. Life as a craft is an organizing framework that allows anyone to learn and practice life as a defined craft, the way that someone learns and practices textile weaving or woodworking, by observing how something is done, practicing the same process, and incrementally improving one's performance. 5 key elements organize your life curriculum. How well you develop your knowledge and practice your skills in these 5 key elements during the 4 phases of your lifetime is the key to making a masterpiece of your life. Element 1 is family and personal heritage. It deals with what we learn from the heritage and cultures that we come from, how they shape us, and the legacy we leave to the next generation. Element 2 is family and household management. This has to do with the knowledge that we apply to manage the people in our home, the guidelines that we set up, and the environment that we live in. Running a successful household is very much like running a successful workshop. Element 3, family and personal finance, deals with the methods that we learn to produce income and manage money to operate our households. How we integrate our personal financial style with our partner's style can make or break a household. Element 4 is the human being, the primary material of the craft of life. What we have learned and believe about the structure and functioning of our inner self and outer self is our mind, our body, our spirit, and our emotions. Element 5 deals with tools for living, the devices that we use to shape ourselves and others, the technologies, systems, and frameworks that we use to craft our lives. You will learn to organize the life content that you have already learned and new content that you will learn into 5 master categories the same way that schools and workshops organize subjects into master categories for easier learning. Every trade and occupation has an initial period in which the curriculum of the craft is learned, followed by the time span in which the trade is practiced, skills are incrementally improved, and new knowledge is progressively acquired. Following this time-tested structure, life as a craft spans a period of approximately 80 years in 4 phases, as taught and practiced for centuries in the trades and occupations of the world. Phase 1 is apprenticeship, age 14 to 25. This is the learning phase. Your primary focus during this phase of your life is dedicated to acquiring deeper skills and knowledge in key life subjects such as a future career. Phase 2 is journey work, age 25 to 45, the building phase. During this life phase, lasting about 20 years or so, you will go out into the world to practice and develop your career skills, likely set up a home and start a family. You are laying a solid foundation for your continued personal growth and the lives of your family. Phase 3 is masterworks, age 45 to 65, the masterpiece phase. By now, you have likely reached a high level of skill in your career and your family management. Your focus can now shift to creating masterpieces with confidence and recording key insights and lessons for future generations in your master's journal. Phase 4, mentorship, age 65 to 85 and beyond. The legacy phase. In this phase of life as a craft, you will focus on creating a tangible legacy of lessons, artifacts, and tools that you will leave to the next generation of apprenticeship in your family and the world. You will learn the main goal and focus of each life phase and incrementally improve your practice of the craft of life across each phase, and to fashion a masterpiece of your life as a legacy to the next generation. The way of craftsmanship, how you do your work. Life as a craft recognizes the ancient principle of craftsmanship or performance excellence as a guide to measure one's proficiency, knowledge, and acquired skill in any subject you endeavor to learn in your lifetime. The result of practicing craftsmanship in everything you do will significantly improve the quality of your personal and professional life and the lives of your family and loved ones. You will learn the way of craftsmanship as a way of thinking, a way of doing, and a way of living. If you are age 14 to 25 and want a clear reason why you should learn particular skills, and how to choose the right subjects to focus on, and not waste your time with useless information made for another generation, this course is for you. If you are aged 25 to 45 in the building phase of life and want to manage content overload and burnout that comes from building a career and family all at the same time, this course is for you. If you are 45 to 65 and feel you have achieved depth of knowledge and skills, you are ready to create masterworks, including reviewing your master plan and beginning your master's journal. This course is for you. If you are age 65 and beyond, you are in the legacy phase of life. It is time to begin your masterpiece collection of stories, knowledge, family heirlooms, and more, as a heritage that you will leave for the next generation to build. This course is for you. In the way of craftsmanship, as practiced for centuries across the cultures of the world, mindfully developing and practicing the skill of reflection is a key characteristic separating a skilled practitioner of a craft from a master of the craft. Thus, reflection, together with skillful execution of one's work, is considered by many to be a key characteristic of professionalism and personal development. As you will see throughout this course, at the end of each episode, there is a reflective practice assignment containing a list of 4 guidelines to complete the assignment. This is an important life-crafting skill development exercise to help you incrementally improve the quality of your work and make a masterpiece of your life.